Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another Turtles Updates video where we take a look at all the Ninja Turtles news stories that we have yet to cover here on the channel. There's a lot to discuss in this one. We're going to break everything down. So let's waste no time and go ahead and dive right on into it with story number one. All right, so story number one, we have some updates on the Seth Rogen Ninja Turtles movie, Mutant Mayhem. And there's actually a couple different things to talk about. Let's talk about this first one here. This is a clip over from the Hawk and Wolf podcast. And Rogen was on there a few weeks ago. And they're actually talking about the soundtrack of the upcoming movie. And Rogen says it's very similar to the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater, which I think is pretty cool. Here, take a look at the clip.
Cool.
Yeah, and we're doing a Ninja Turtles movie. That's amazing. Like an animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Do they
movie.
skate?
They do skate, actually.
Yes.
And what's funny is we were having a call with the music supervisor because we were pretty far along on it, and there's a lot of music in it. And they were like, how would you describe, like, they were like, the music doesn't go together. It goes together, but in a weird way. Like, how would you describe it? And our director was like, I kind of describe it as what you would kind of hear playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. In that, like, it's like a random assortment of music, kind of, but it all fits together perfectly. It kind of has the same, like, energy and spirit, but it's like very similar. And there are literally some songs that are from, like, the original Tony Hawk's Pro Skater in the movie. Yeah.
Oh, I'm hyped for that.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's really cool. It's fully animated and it comes out in August, and it's incredible. I'm really psyched about it. Yeah.
Wow. Well,
All right, so that's not the only updates on the new Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem movie. There were actually some toys that were leaked for the upcoming film, although places that have posted them have been getting them taken down. So we're just going to kind of talk about what they were like. We'll have to wait for them to officially be released to show anything like that. But just by talking about some of this that was shown, we can see that there is a lot of new reveals here. So first of all, the four brothers were shown off, and the figures themselves look pretty cool. Most of you have probably already seen the leaked designs, and they look just like that. One thing that stood out to me is that the features on the face, like the mouth and the eyes, is that they're outlined almost like they're drawn with a pen. So yeah, the turtles look great. Looks like they're going to come with weapons and a little baby unmutated version of themselves. Just looks like a regular little turtle. Now, Splinter was another one of the figures that was shown off, and the design looks pretty good. It's just your regular Splinter for the most part. Obviously some things are new, but one of the biggest things that I saw people talking about, which is a pretty big change if it's going to be his like regular look the whole time, is that he's wearing these sunglasses. So there was that. I can't wait for the pictures to get officially released so we can really break these down. Now, those are some of just the smaller things that were shown off. Now, the next four figures are some new characters that we didn't know were going to be in the movie. So if you don't want to know any of that, go ahead and leave now. It's nothing too big. You're probably going to see all this stuff in the trailers when it comes out. So one of the new characters that we know is going to get a figure, so we can probably assume he's going to be in the movie, is Leatherhead. Two others that were shown off were Bebop and Rocksteady. So it looks like we can expect them in the movie as well. And then finally, there was this one character called Superfly, which kind of looked like Baxter Stockman mutated into a fly, although there is no mention of Baxter Stockman at all in the packaging. So maybe it's a new character loosely based off the mutated version of Baxter. But yeah, those are definitely some big reveals. Leatherhead, Bebop, Rocksteady, all going to be in the movie. So it does sound like there is going to be Mutant Mayhem. But that's it for now. Once things start getting officially revealed, there's going to be a lot more to talk about. But let's go ahead and move on over to the next story. All right, this next one has to do with The Last Ronin, The Lost Years, the sequel slash prequel series to The Last Ronin. That is the one that introduced that new team of turtles. And in issue 1 of The Lost Years, we saw them as toddlers, but now here in this teaser image for issue number 3, you can see this is coming over here from Tom Waltz. It says, hey TMNT fans, thought you might be hungry for a sneak peek at TMNT The Last Ronin, Lost Years number 3. So we're serving one up. Dig in. And then you could see the turtles here, but they're a little older now. I believe the artist Ben Bishop even said on his Instagram that they are around 9 years old in this picture here. So they're well on their way to being teenagers. I would imagine by the end of the 5-issue run, they will officially be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But let's go ahead and take a look at the picture here. You can see that all the turtles are eating. Obviously, Odin is eating a lot more than the others. He is scarfing it all down. You have Moja sitting next to him, and she has some brown sweatbands on her wrist and on her head, and she's giving kind of a mean stare over at Uno, who looks kind of sad about it. Something must have happened to upset Uno this way. He seemed pretty cocky and confident in that first issue. I wonder what happened here that has him looking like this. In the background, you can see April is cooking, and then you see the other turtle, Yi, is with Casey Marie Jones, and she's just kind of looking at her siblings. So not much else going on here, but yeah, look at them here a little bit older. What do you think? There was one more Lost Years stuff to talk about, specifically the stuff with these new turtles. You can see here is a teaser image for issue number 2, which is the next one that's going to be coming out, and it just shows all the new turtles. Here they look a little bit younger than the last photo, and they're doing some chores around the house. Looks like Odin has dropped something and broken it and is asking for help, and everyone seems to be kind of turning him down except for Moja here, who looks like might end up helping him. We'll see. But yeah, I thought you guys would want to see those new looks at the new Turtles. Let's go ahead and move on over to the next story. All right, so the next one came over from the YouTube channel Cartoon Kayfabe. Recently, they've been having a series of interviews with Peter Laird and then Kevin Eastman to do breakdowns of old Mirage comics on their channel. Now, something in that first interview with Peter Laird that caught my attention that I think is worth covering here is when he was asked about possibly going and finishing volume 4 of the old Mirage comics. For those who may not know, the Mirage Comics Turtles' story was never finished. And correct me down below in the comments, but when Peter sold the rights, he kept the option to keep producing those specific Turtle comics. So when he was asked if he would be willing to finish volume 4, this is what he said. Who can say whether I'm actually going to use that clause? I really don't know. It's possible that I might, if Jim Lawson is willing, finish volume 4. I have some ideas about how to do that. I really haven't put them into play yet, but I would kind of like to do that. And then he goes on and says, I actually have given some amount of thought about how fun it might be for some time, hopefully in the near future, to get together with Kevin and say, let's do a Turtle comic together, see what we can come up with. That might be interesting and fun for the two of us. Then he says he, referring to Kevin, actually mentioned that he saw Stan Sakai recently. For those who don't know, that's the creator of Usagi Yojimbo. Anyways, it says, and Stan wants him to do a cover for a book he's doing, and Kevin suggested that I might be interested in inking that. I said yeah, so that might be happening. So yeah, a lot of big things there. Him and Kevin doing something together in the Turtles world would be absolutely massive. And then that cover that they might do together for Stan Sakai's book is awesome as well. There's just a lot of cool things here. If you haven't checked out those interviews, make sure to go check them out. Super rare stuff there. A must-see for Turtle fans. But yeah, I thought I'd share some of those highlights with you. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, but let's move on over to the next story. All right, so this is a quick one, just something I saw that I thought you guys may want to know about. So recently, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures comic just finished their 4-issue miniseries, and it looks like they're gonna keep going. You can see it right here over on leagueofcomics.com. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures Continued #1. So it looks like they're gonna be getting an additional 4-issue run, if I had to guess. It says releases in May, so not too long from now, but not much else on this one. Just wanted to go ahead and share that. All right, so this next one's coming over here from the Toy Book Magazine. This is the February edition. And you can see up here under the Loyal Subjects, a new figure that we haven't seen yet before. And they actually announced quite a few, not just the one that they show. Let's go ahead and read it here. It says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Raphael and Leonardo with motorcycle figures. So like this one right here, you can see Raphael on a motorcycle, and the design, for those who are comic fans, might look familiar. Let's go ahead and read the description here. It says, these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures have a fresh look, designed by comic book artist Mateus Santaluco. For those who don't know, he had a massive run on the IDW Comics Ninja Turtles, and a lot of people are fans of his design of the Turtles. You can see here Raphael pictured and Leonardo have 31 points of articulation, several hand grips, their signature weapons, 2 different heads, and a motorcycle that matches their signature colors. Then it says Michelangelo and Donatello figures will follow in the fall. So we'll talk about those when they show those off. But yeah, pretty neat. But this is not the only Loyal Subjects news. Let's go ahead and jump over to this. And we're seeing this over here on toynewsinternational.com. And you can see the headline there. It says new TMNT figures from Loyal Subjects, April Slash and Urban Legends Casey. That one's probably the biggest reveal here. And you can see Casey Jones here from the Image comics with the red, white, and blue mask and everything. Definitely wasn't expecting this from Loyal Subjects, but it's actually pretty cool. You can see April here. This is 87 cartoon April, and then you have Slash here as well. But yeah, that's the 3 from this story. And one more Loyal Subjects figure that I don't believe we've talked about yet here on the channel is this one here, and we're looking at this over on bleedingcool.com. You could see the Loyal Subjects goes XL with Krang and android body, and you see this XL massive Krang in this android body. And you get a pretty good look at the scale here in this picture where you see Krang holding up and stepping on a couple of the turtles. But that's it for the Loyal Subjects news. Let's move on over to the next story. All right, I don't think we've talked about this one yet here on the channel. This is coming over from Fariboles Productions. They do comic figurines, so I think like statues. And this one here, we hadn't seen yet. We had seen a Raphael they did, but you can see right there, it says Leonardo, and then we have these new pictures of this new Leonardo sculpture they're doing. Let's go ahead and read the description here. It says, the adventure goes on, and it is Leonardo who now comes to support Raphael, who was the first one they did. After numerous exchanges with Mateus Santaluco, always full of enthusiasm and ideas, we have seen the the scene gradually takes shape. And then down here it says his incredible sense of movement brings out a super effective choreography, a composition based on fury and martial arts. And then it says Cowabunga to be continued. I imagine they're going to show the other turtles sometime in the future. You can see that was their main site, but here we have their US site, and you see the price there, $499. So this is definitely for your hardcore collector, and it looks like it's close to 12 inches tall. If I'm reading that right, only 750 copies, and the material is resin. But yeah, not much else on this one. When the other turtles drop, we'll go ahead and cover those as well. Let's move on over to the next one. All right, so this next one's coming over here from Facebook. You can see it comes from a company called ABYstyle Studio. If you look at the description here, you can tell that they may also be a European company as well. But they show off these really great looking turtle figurines here. It looks like a diorama type set that you put together, if I had to guess. Let's read the description here. It says, coming soon. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are coming your way. Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Leonardo will join our SFC figure line this year. Super cool looking. If you look at their website, they do a bunch of like figurines and stuff. You can see a Ryuk there, and it says an impressive figurine highlighting the majesty of the character. So I don't think it's like action figures. You know, it says figure here. I think it's more figurines, like little statues. But yeah, not a lot of info on this one, but I thought they looked really good. Make sure to keep an eye out on this one if it's something you're interested in. But yeah, let's move on over to the next one. All right, so this next one's coming over here from Super7. This is a new one we haven't seen before, and you have the Slash glow-in-the-dark version. You can see that the pre-orders are now open. Looks like they close on March 10th. If you see the figure here, he looks pretty cool. This is what he looks like before you turn the lights off, which actually looks great seeing him pale like that. But this is what he looks like with the lights turned off, which looks awesome. You can see that it's $60. That's what it looks like in the packaging there. Estimated shipping is September 2023. Not much else on this one. Let's move on. All right, so we're going to be moving quickly through these last few. This one here came over here from Mezco Toys, and this was one of their Toy Fair reveals. You can see it right there. New Ninja Turtles figures, and they look based off of the original Mirage Ninja Turtles comic with the all red bandanas and that unique look that they all have. Not a lot of info on this one, just the initial reveal, no details or anything like that. Let's take a look at the next story. All right, so this one came out a few weeks ago. We didn't get a chance to cover it, and it still looks like it's available, so let's go ahead and touch on it now. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 3 Original Motion Picture Score by John Duprez. This is the score for the third movie. It is now available on vinyl through Waxwork Records, and you can see their original art by Kevin Eastman on the cover, and then it looks like it comes with all these goodies as well. Looks like this poster here and some more stuff as well. You can see that the add to cart is available, and they're $32. Nice little tidbit here. It says, released in 1993, the third film score installment of the original Ninja Turtles trilogy is finally available on vinyl for the first time ever. So I guess this score never was available like that, and now it is. So yeah, if this is something that might interest you, there you go. All right, so this one I was actually going to cover on the last updates video, but when we went to go check it out, it had said sold out. But now it looks like it's available again, so we'll go ahead and cover it now. And this is a Loungefly Nickelodeon TMNT Light Up Turtle Party Wagon mini backpack. And these are those cool little Loungefly backpacks, but now there's a turtle version, which one of the coolest features I saw on it was in the dark, the little headlights turn on. I thought that was pretty cool. Does look like it's available again, and looks like the purchase price is $95. So yeah, not much else on this one, but thought you might want to check it out. And finally, last story of the night. You can see this one coming over here from NECA Official. It says pre-orders are now live, and this is for the Donatello portable portal generator. You can see it right there. It's the same generator he uses in the show. This is a pretty cool playset. You can see that the screen in different pictures has different things on it. I'm not sure exactly how it does that, but that's pretty cool, especially if you have like a diorama and stuff set up. But yeah, that's it for this updates video. Thank you everybody for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new, if you want to catch more new and upcoming turtle stuff in your life. Also remember to follow on all the social medias. Links are down below in the description. Don't miss a thing. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. I will see you guys in a little bit with another video. Take care.
Armed.